Hello, Tech Edinam fans. Suppose you want to run all the test cases in all the test suites. As it stands, we have to manually type the robot command and supply the file to run. And then after a specific test case is done, we need to edit the robot command and run the next file, and so on. So let's see what I'm talking about. So we still have a few test cases in the test cases folder, and then we have some in the main directory as well, in the robot framework course directory as well. So let's try and run the dictionary.robot and the register employees.robot. So we have the robot command, and then we can skip the tags because we are running all the test cases in the test suite. So let's specify the log directory and then the path to the files to run, and then the test cases directory, and then dictionary. So let's see. So let's enter. Okay, so it's registering a few employees. Yes, so meaning we had only 2 test cases in that test suite. Yes, so the log all employees and creating dictionaries. So now the next one. So we now have to edit the first command and supply the next file to run. It's now deleting all the employees because that was the first test case in that test suite. Now registering John Doe, and then Jane Smith, and now deleting them as well. And yes, those test cases passed as well. So we have to do that for every file in the test cases folder. So if we had 100 test files, then we have to be manually editing them like this. And then now the upload, and when it's done, then using the custom libraries.robot and so on. Then after which, if we want to run these ones as well, the ones outside the test cases, we have to come outside of that folder and so on. There is a way to run all the test cases in a specific directory. So if you want to run all the test cases in the robot framework course directory, let's see how that one works. So the same way we supply the robot command and the output directory for the logs, for the log.html and the report, and then the output.xml. So robot, the D flag, then the logs, and then space. So after the logs, you give a space and the full stop. Usually, after the full stop, we would have specified the folder. So this is the folder to which, let's say, the dictionary file is. So we specify the actual path to the dictionary.robot file. But now we want to run all the test cases in the robot framework course directory. So after the logs, space, and full stop, and that is it. So this full stop is saying run all the test cases in this current directory. So it's going to run all the test cases in this directory. And let me quickly create another directory. Let's say dummy folder. And then let's create another file. Let's say dummy.robot. And let's just bring a dummy test case, and let's log something is here. And let's see how it works. So now we are running all the test cases there are in the robot framework course directly. So directly under the robot framework and any folders as well. So let's see. So after the robot command, the D flag, logs, space, and full stop. Enter. We have one test case which is using the headless Chrome. That's why we are not seeing any browser open. So this is the first one that uses the browser. So it is clicking through the yes and the no buttons. Now to the next test case as well. That is done. The next test case is done as well. Now let's move to the next test suite. Already trained Jane Smith. Now deleting them. Now we are uploading a picture. That is done. Now it has created. So that's created the log files. So we had 19 tests, 18 passed, 1 failed. So let's see the logs. So these are the test cases that were run. So let's see the built-in. So this built-in variables is a test case. Let's see. We'll go to the built-in. That built-in is the name of the folder. So we usually have the name of the folder, the file itself, and then the test cases within that folder. So we have as you can see, we have the robot framework course dot built-in variables. So that is the name of the folder, and then dot built-in variables again. That's the name of the test case. And then when you open the test case, we have built-in variables as well. That's the part of the test case. So let's see the next one. So this is the headless. So the file name is headless. Then we have the test case name, headless Chrome. Let's see. So that's the file name, headless.robot. Then we have the headless Chrome as well. Then let's go to the next one. Let's see. So this one is the test cases folder. So these are files under the robot framework course directory. Under the robot framework course directory. So we have the test cases as well. So now this is the folder, the test cases folder we have. And then it's run the dictionary file and all the other files. And then as you can see, it's run the dummy folder as well. So any file within the main directory, that is the robot framework course directory, is going to run it regardless of which folder it is found. So that is the power of the robot -d logs and then the space and the full stop. That's the power of it. It enables you to run all the test cases in the directory. But it is also advisable to create a .sh file, for example, because we cannot always be running the test cases in the IDE terminal, in this terminal, since we would want a GitLab runner, for example, to be running these test cases for us automatically, daily or otherwise. So you can have one file to run all the test cases for us. So we supply the robot commands in that file, and then the GitLab runner, for example, can be running it at a specific time we give it. So let's see how that file is also created. So let's create, let's say, a file named run all, let's say run all dot sh. This sh is a shell file, And then let's echo hello world. So this echo works the same as the print in Python or the log in robot framework. So now let's run this file and check if it is working. So we are running that file directly. So run all .sh. You see hello world. And typically for Windows users, this might not run. When you type the .run all .sh command, it might not work. But for Mac users, it usually does. If you run it in Windows and it doesn't work, which means you probably have to install Git Bash. I already have it installed. That's why it's probably worked. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't run directly in the normal command line. So you have to install Git Bash first. So let's see how that's done. So this is the page for the Git Bash. So you come to this URL and download for Windows. You can download for Mac as well if you want to install the Git Bash. So after downloading it, I already have it, so I won't download it again. So and I have the Git Bash already installed. So this is it. So let's, and you just click install and follow the prompts. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it. So I'll cancel it. So when the installation is done, you see Git Bash in your menu, start menu. And then now that you have hopefully installed the Git Bash, running this file should work in Windows as well, the same way it worked for me. So we can just type the / and then the run.sh file. So this is my Git Bash over here. So let's click. So this is how it looks like. So let's run the run all.sh file. So all we have to do is navigate to where that file is. It's in a robot framework. And then you have to write bash. It doesn't work if you run it like this. Run all.sh. Oh yeah, it works this way as well. But if this doesn't work, you have to write bash and then the name of the file. That's what I usually use. I use a bash run all.sh. I didn't know this would work, so yeah. Apparently it's the same as in the IDE terminal. So from here, we supply, now that we know this is working, so the run all.sh is working in the Git Bash, we can now supply the robot command like we have been doing. So robot -d and then the logs. Then we have another parameter we can type in, that is the no RPA. And then we have a way to change the log title. So if you want to change the log title from, let's see, yes, I think this one is the log title. So if you want to change it, there's another parameter we can pass in. That is the log title. The log title. And then you give it the name you want. So let's say my tests. And then we are running all the files, all the tests in the robot framework course directory. So all we can do is apply the full stop, and that is it. So we have not added the tag. So we are running all the test cases regardless of the tag. If you want to supply the tag this way, let's say run all. So if there's a tag called run all, then you need to make sure all the test cases or all the test suites you want to run have this run all tag. So you have to open all the, let me delete this one. So you have to open all the test files in the test cases folder. Let me also shift this into the test cases folder. So we have a clean structure. Yes. But for now, we don't have the run all. So for instance, if you want to use the run all tag anyway, you have to open, let's say, the dictionaries and put it there. Let's say the register employees, use the force tags, run all, and then go to the next one and supply the force tags as well. So that's how to also do it. So let's go back to the run all.sh. So run all dash, no, let's remove the tag. So dash d logs no RPA, then log title my tests. So let's see how that one works. So we already have the command, so let's run it and see. Let me delete the logs folder. Yes, so as you can see, it is still running. And this uses the headless Chrome, so we won't see the graphical user interface of Chrome open. Yes. So now my list, then deleting all the employees. Deleting them as well. Now we are going to upload a picture. Yes, now it is done. So to me, this is a lot cleaner than always running it in the IDE. So we still have the same outcome. Yeah, so this is the test cases folder and everything in it run. So now let me show you where you can get the command line parameters for the robot framework command. Yes, so these are the command line options for test execution. So the options we supply to the robot framework command. So let's see them. So we have the RPA and a whole lot of others. We have the -t flag for the test case if you want to run a specific test case. And we have a whole lot of this, the include tag to include a specific tag and to exclude a specific tag as well. So we have it here in the robot framework docs, and using the command line options. Then we have the output. This is the output directory we have been using, the -d, and then you supply the logs file. And we have the output file itself. We have the output file, the log file, and then the report file. So these three. So if there's a way to rename them as well. So those three. So you can go through all these and use the one that suits your needs. One might be this one, the -t, capital T flag. Be careful because the small t is for a test case if you want to run a specific test case, but the big T is for time stamps. So if you bring the -d, then there's going to be a time stamp attached to the log files. So we can try that and see. Sometimes that might be useful in case you are running multiple let's say multiple robot commands over here. So let's say you have another one you are running, let's say a different tag. So that is going to create a log file as well. If you don't change the name, it's going to overwrite the log file that was generated from here. So assuming we had, let's say, one or tag, and let's say we have one sum tag. This is going to create the log.html. Then the run sum will create another one, log.html. So you're going to overwrite this one. So you might want to add the timestamp as well or change the names. You can play around this and see how they work. So let's go back. This is the report title. So what we did, log title. Oh yeah, I didn't show that one. Let's see. So this is my tests. That's the name we supplied to the robot command, this one. So we changed the name. And we have, so if you want to change the report title as well, the report.html file, if you want to change the title, you can use the report title as well, and a whole lot of others. I don't really use many of these, so you can go through them and see the one that will meet your needs, and then you can use them accordingly. Thank you for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share because more content is coming. Thank you.